Here today outside Weaste Bus Depot on Eccles New Road, actually on Hessel Street, and you can see the tram lines are still in situ. I'd like to talk about the depot, Weaste Bus Depot. I was sent a photograph the other month and it brought back memories for me because it's shown there used to be like a public shelter on Eccles New Road. It's been sectioned off with the redevelopment, and also the commemorative stone dating from February 1929 when Councillor William Greenwood unveiled the stone for the new building that was been opened. I was told the stone had been skimmed over with plaster, but I'm happy to say it's just dirt, accumulated filth. It can be cleaned off, and it should be cleaned off. Salford Corporation purchased this land in 1920. They waited several years to develop it and build on it. Frederick Road was the main depot. And they built this wall here. Ignore this wall here. The developers built this wall on it. They ruined it, I think, but there you go. The depot, it was built at a cost of £100,000, a lot of money. And it had a 50-foot, still there, clock tower, which you can see in the background. It is, however, a new clock. When the developers built the site, there's a piece in the Evening News and they said that the clock is a new one and it was going to be permanently set at 5 minutes fast for the benefit of commuters going into town. Don't know how that one works. I say when it was first built, it could accommodate 50, 60 buses and 60 trams, hence the tram lines you can see behind me. Now the trams stopped in 1947 and it became exclusively a bus depot. It was damaged in World War II, I know that. I think that was Christmas 1940 when the docks and the cemetery were bombed as well. Those of a maybe more up to date, 1969, Selneck took over Salford Corporation. And here's my confession. Briefly, I was a bus conductor in 1970. I'd been deported from Jersey for vagrancy I had. And those days, you could get you could get a job on the buses really easy. So I went down, they gave me a day's training at Frederick Road, and they saw fit to unleash me onto the public of Salford. I enjoyed the job actually because we had like a code, if there's such a thing. Elderly people didn't pay, priests didn't pay, nuns didn't pay, attractive young girls didn't pay, and there was a bit of a fiddle, believe it or not. Yeah. So I took very little money and very little home with me. But yeah, it was a good job. Anyway, the lure of the Isle of Wight Pop Festival in 1970, Jimi Hendrix and the Doors, I thought I'd rather be watching that than dishing out tickets on Bolton Road or Eccles New Road. So I just buggered off, took some of the money and went. Came home and they asked for my uniform back. I had a summer uniform which I tie-dyed and they refused it. So that was my interest with this building. It closed in 1987, I think it was, and it was empty for 20 years. And then the developers built, I think it's 208 apartments, but they took a liberty. This wall here is new. They demolished the old wall. They demolished the back wall where the street was. I can't think of the name of the street. All these little streets were named after rivers: Ouse, Hessel, Humber. I did read that the building was a Grade A building of listed importance to Salford Council, but obviously that doesn't mean developers can't do what they want with it, which they have done. I've been round the back. It is a lot bigger than I anticipated, but it's not for me. And yes, Weaste Bus Depot, people will have so many memories of this. You know, it's a lovely the days of the buses, as I say. Yeah. So the good thing is the stone's still there. It's not been skimmed over with plaster or ripped out, which is so often the case. And the little bus shelter away from the rain, that is still there, but it's been covered over with glass. So if you're walking past, have a look at it. And yeah, that's it really, my little journey back to Weaste Bus Depot. Thank you. Cheers. Do I look pensive or what?